We're back.
We're back, baby, and I'm looking you square down the barrel.
Yeah, welcome to episode 1, season 2 of the Rumpus Room with Sin and Brooke. Thank you very much for joining us. Click like and subscribe and get in the comments and fucking woo us up.
Just, pump that algorithm. We've got a ripper of a first episode back. Obviously, we've had a bit of a break, so we're refreshed, roaring to go. We've got many yaps, many yarns to get through. What are some of them, Sin?
We talk about Kedema and how much he's worth and why he actually ghosted us at New Year's Eve this year.
Yeah.
We talked about me having a little check of my vagina in the mirror as a young buck and getting caught. That's wild. That's an absolutely wild. That's a hook headline.
That's a hook. I've got my big TV break coming up, so you hear about how I'm making it to the medium-sized screen in your living room soon.
And lastly, we bring out this. If you want to know what this is, and I think you really will want to know what this is, stay tuned because we read the first passage of it.
Passage? Yeah, we'll call them passages.
We read the first passage of this on the show today.
Oh, I can't help but notice the clickety-clack.
That
Sin's
may
got
be
nails.
some nails. Okay, enjoy. I feel like if you're going to go to Kmart and get new undies,
some alphas. I'm a man of the people.
get some for Ozzy as well because she does like to wear them to bed, doesn't she?
Yeah, she likes to wear. She gets a fresh pair, but then she likes to wear my shirt that I've worn for the day, my t-shirt to bed.
I was always taught growing up,
the smell.
let the fairy breathe at night. I know that might be quite an alarming thing to say.
Yeah.
But I've been told that you should let it breathe. Do you let yours breathe? Oh no, because you roll onto it.
Yeah, they get a bit out of hand, a bit loosey goosey, and so it can be a bit uncomfortable.
Are they low hanging?
So you need. See, the thing with the ball sack, when they heat up, they get more elasticy.
Really?
And when it's cold, they go.
Oh, my nuts have turned into prunes.
Yeah, because
when he goes in the lake.
Because there's a reason why they're outside your body, because they need it. They don't want to be too hot. That's why.
What?
It's bad for your sperm. That's why.
Can I get a fact check on that?
100%. If men are in the process of trying to have kids, there's obviously things that the female will do to help in that process. But males, there's a bunch of things they can do, and it's less saunas, less spa, don't go into spa, all the stuff because of the heat. For that,
Brooke, that's a great conversation to have because a lot of the time when people are struggling to get pregnant, I know this is a really sensitive topic, so maybe we shouldn't go down this. Yeah, sorry if this might be a sensitive topic, but when people are struggling to get pregnant, a lot of the pressure is put on the female, I feel. It's really nice to hear a male talk about how there is things that there's a role that he plays.
I saw this one TikTok, this guy, it was his girlfriend was kind of filming and he was in the back. She's like, oh, say that again. And he's he just rattles off 6 major things that guys are responsible for in the lead up that can make or break the thing as well. And can't remember what exactly were, but then heat is definitely one of them. That's why they shrink and they expand to get rid of the heat and they go up and down.
Wow.
And it's it's not good for the sperm to be overheated.
I don't know anything about a vagina. I don't know anything. We didn't get taught it in school. I remember have I told you this story before?
No.
My mum walked in on me having a look at it.
Were you standing over a mirror?
No, I was sitting down, legs spread, mirror in front of me with my phone out, trying to have a look. So it was no one taught me about it. I wanted to know how it worked.
Did she think you were taking a photo or something?
She thought I was taking a photo and she said she was so good about it. It was a really sensitive moment. I was like, oh, Mum. And she was like, that's okay. Is it all right if I just come in? And I was like, yeah. And so she came in and closed the door behind her and she was like, I was just wanting to have a look because I haven't seen it before. I was just trying to see what was going on down there. And she was like, that's totally fine. I think that's really healthy. I just wanted to make sure you weren't taking photos and sending them to boys. Yeah. And I was like, fuck no. I'm not sending photos of my noonie.
I've already done my boobies, but not that, yeah.
I might have sexed during American Pie, but I'm not fucking taking photos of my nooner.
That was we were around the same time and era where all those movies, American Pie, Road Trip, Euro Trip, all those kind of things were almost soft porn for 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
And you'd go to sleepovers and watch them.
Yeah.
Or even the scary movies were
yeah, it was kind of horny, eh?
On TikTok I saw this scene from one of them where this ghost is like fucking this chick, and so she's like, you can't see the
Yeah.
person, and it's like looks like a dick in her mouth and stuff, and you're like, whoa, this is so heavy. And she's getting fucked up the wall and onto the roof by this ghost.
That's right.
And you're like,
Is there morally, are we allowed to make a list of things that made us horny that weren't supposed to make us horny, or could that get us in trouble?
nah, that's fine.
Okay.
Because it's like it's one of those like it's a natural thing. Because at the time you don't really know what this like. You're like, what is this feeling?
But even as adults,
Huh?
Even as adults.
Yeah, true.
like, can you say like, what's an example of that? Like, what's something that I would look at and be like, oh, that makes me feel horny, even though it's like not supposed to be for that.
Yeah.
Like maybe like a statue.
What? Any particular one? Like
Like a
maybe
hot man?
David Fagan sharing the sheep and Dick Whitney.
Yeah, like something like that. Like I'm like, oh, that's kind of hot.
Man, look at him go.
I'm attracted to that, you know.
Yeah.
Or
I
does
suppose
that mean I'm
there's a difference between being like, oh, yeah, it's hot, or be like, oh, I'm horny.
horny? Yeah, right. True.
But, yeah, that was a weird time, eh? All those movies.
Yeah, it
Crook,
was a weird
absolutely
time.
crook. You look back and you're like, wow.
It was. I was that like the Bring It On era as well.
Is that the dancing one?
Yeah, Bring It On.
Stomp the Yard.
Bring It On was like the cheerleaders.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Phenomenal TV program. Actually, Clueless. That was the Clueless era too.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
she had
yeah.
the wardrobe that changed in and out, and all the
Yeah.
girlies wanted one of those.
Fuck.
This is our first episode back, so I guess we should probably talk about like what we've been up to for the last month.
Yeah, we've had a month off. Obviously, down in New Zealand, if you're not from here, it's our summertime actually. So we get an extended break where most people in the Northern Hemisphere just get like a little bit of time for Christmas because it's winter. But this is our summer period, baby.
How weird to think that in the other parts of the world, yeah, they just go, okay, you've just got like 5 days off here to go and celebrate Christmas with your family, and then it's kind of like just a weekend, and then you come back to work.
Yeah, and then like
Would you go like, oh, what'd you get for Christmas?
yeah, and
At
you get,
work.
and then they've got New Year's as well. So there's like this awkward few days where they might go back to work, and then they might even work the 31st, have the first off, and go back to work on the 2nd or something.
Also, Brooke, like
and
New
we're
Year's,
absolutely buckled by then.
New Year's isn't really a thing anywhere else in the world, though. Like in terms of like, New Year's is such a big deal for us down here because it's like festival
I
season.
think
Everyone
it
goes
is
to
purely because of festival
season. You go to R&B, like you have to like you lose your virginity.
At,
I mean,
in
like
the 10,
you
and
lose
you
your
lose your festival virginity.
like 18 is like a rite of passage. You need to go to Rhythm and Vines.
Yeah, because also it's you like, by the end of your 7th form, probably 95% of people were 18 by
Yeah.
then. And so it's like, yeah, all of us are all going to this thing together kind of vibe. And it's
First
yeah,
time, school's
yeah.
out.
And
It's like, ooh, I hate to say it. Not ooh, sorry. But it just doesn't sound a little bit tacky, but it's like kind of like spring, like, what do they call it? Like spring break or
yeah, they've
whatever.
got you got spring break in America and stuff. They go hard for that. The UK don't really have it. They just have their festival season in the middle of the year.
True.
But it is, yeah, it is like that. I think what it is as well is it's such a crazy time because we have Christmas, summer, New Year's, and the lengthy time off
Yeah.
all in one.
I
We're
wouldn't
like-
want it any other way.
We're in the UK, or like Northern Hemisphere. There, I remember I'd go on school holidays when I lived there, and it was like August. You'd have like 5 to 6 weeks off in August.
Oh, because that's summer.
Because that's our summer. And you're
Yeah,
like,
true.
it's just the middle of the year. And you're like, okay.
Yeah,
like, cool, you've got the
buzzy.
time off, but there was no Christmas in the middle of it. There was no New Year's at the
Yeah,
end. There was-
real buzzy.
So I think
I
it's,
wouldn't want it any other way, though. I
it's
quite like the
it's
way that we
hype,
do it.
A lot of hype.
Yeah, it's a lot of excitement around the end of the year and like the whole like, okay, end of that year, and now we're starting fresh with this new
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, exactly. But we had a busy period. We played shit ton of shows in like the time
Brooke was
leading up to
cupping
New
it up
Year's.
with Interplanetary Criminal.
Oh, yeah.
Tell everyone about your best mate, Interplanetary Criminal. We were doing fit checks with his misso while he was DJing side stage of Hidden Valley main stage.
Yeah. We so yeah, that was our first kind of cab off the ranks was Hidden Valley. Sid and myself went back to back at that one.
We were drinking Prosecco Lala. We were drinking lemon. Have you guys heard about the new Lem Secco?
Lem Secco.
It's Prosecco with lemons, real lemons.
And it's like yellow. It looks like piss, but it's mean.
really nice. It's really fresh.
Yeah.
Could put a little bit of soda water in there. Actually, you know what would be really nice with that?
No.
V.
Oh, that's sloppy
No,
ass.
V. I'm going to put
That's
V
what
with it.
Dunedin students do. You used to get a Lift Plus and a bottle of Sav and just mix it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's my kind of fucking stuff.
Um,
What? Yes! That's genius! I want that.
Yeah,
Anyways,
go.
we're fucking getting talked.
Getting taught.
We're getting talked up on the way to Hidden Valley in like the little transfer van. It was so sick.
Yeah.
That is arguably my favourite part of like the whole night is like just being in the transfer van with all my mates and we're all just getting pissed up. And
on
we're
the way.
Chatty Cathy's, you know?
It was an amazing gig, amazing crowd, good way to start it. And then, we watched IPC and then me and Ozzy jumped.
Kedema didn't come.
Yeah. Brother, get out the bar
What
and
do
get
you
on your
reckon
flight.
happened? I reckon Kedema has fallen in love with an Aussie bird and he's just like, nah, I can't be asked going to play one show in New Zealand.
I would be like, come with me to this show in New Zealand.
Oh, true.
You know? And
is
also,
he making that sort of money now, you reckon?
Oh,
You reckon?
dumb money. Like,
fuck, really? How much do you reckon
like
he's making?
Tens and tens of thousands of dollars for that set he would have got paid.
Really?
Yeah, I reckon.
What, like 50 grand?
At least,
oh
I
my
reckon.
God, do you reckon?
Fuck yeah. He was like one of the headliners. Like, and it's like, he's...
Kedema, how much is a set fee? Surely the internet. Surely the
come
internet
on,
knows.
read it.
A Kedema set fee. Sorry, I just spat. A Kedema set fee can vary significantly depending on the event, location, and current demand, but generally falls within a range of 25k to 40k.
What, does it say like USD?
For a standard performance, this is just a starting point and the actual cost could be higher. I cannot believe that fucking cunt.
So say that was $25,000 US. That's about like 45,000 NZ. But even if it was New Zealand, 25,000 for a 4-hour flight from Melbourne, play, leave.
Brooke!
24 hours, you could have made $24,000. $25,000.
I actually can't believe that he's making that much money. What do you do with that money?
Well, I suppose agent, 20%.
Get on Sharesies.
Booking thing,
Actually, I'm not going to
20%.
say that. Does Sharesies want to sponsor us?
Sharesies.
Sharesies. I've actually just signed up.
It was like telepathic. Me and Sin, we jumped in the car to go to Wellington the other day for a gig, and you got in. You're like, I've got something to tell you. I've downloaded Sharesies, and I was like, no fucking shit, I downloaded it 2 days ago as well. And you're like, I don't know what to do, so I've invested $20 in Auckland Airport.
I've put $20 on Auckland Airport.
Yeah, you're saying like it's a betting platform. You're like, $20 on the nose of Auckland Airport.
Yeah, put $20 on Auckland Airport, and then the other day I was like, Brooke, let's check my Sharesies. I said, have I won anything? You were like, it's on a fucking betting app.
I reckon it's good though. This year you're getting more savvy with your cash.
Yeah,
which is
Kedema
good.
should be too as well. I can't believe that Kitty fucking Ketheads.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. It's a lot of money, Brooke. I can't fathom what if that money's coming into my account. What do you do with that? I know what I'd do. I'd go get filler in my jaw first. First thing I'd do is get filler in my jaw. Second thing I'd get is probably look at Ozempic.
Oh yeah.
You know, am I getting judged right now? Probably, but
I don't know.
I feel like if I
Ozempic, that's a thing for diabetes, eh?
Yeah, which I have pre-diabetes, so I'm actually eligible to have it.
Oh, loose.
I know, so I'm like fucking cough it up. Yeah, you could do it for me.
Ooh.
Would you do it for me? Would you stab that needle in me?
I'd stab if you were allergic to bees.
Oh yeah, or if I needed
like,
that thing.
Or
that,
like a sank. Yeah.
if I'd accidentally had fentanyl.
Fentanyl, get a narc pen. Bah.
Yep. You should have one of those on you, apparently.
Me?
Yeah, apparently it's good to have one on you for
if you're in and around festivals to help other people.
We need to learn how to do that so that
you can put it in
you
here.
can put it in there. We could, yes, if someone's having an overdose, then we could be like, Brooke's got a narc.
Yeah.
Brooke's
He's
a narc.
not a narc, but he's got one.
Yeah. Is that what it's called?
A narcotic pen.
I was going to say that's the worst name for a person that's
but then
like...
it's like, how do you... If, say, I'm pissed,
Yeah,
how do I know if that person's actually in need of one or not?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell, isn't it?
Yeah. Mate, can we do a course on it?
We could.
I feel like that would be such responsible ravers of us if we were like, we've got a pen. I've seen a few people on like Aussie rave TikTok talk about it, like how everyone should have one of those pens.
Yeah. I reckon it'd be quite interesting. When we were on the boats, we had adrenaline pens, I think, for if you had like
fun.
allergic reaction or whatever. And there was ones that were expired, and me and one of the boys so we Googled
did you do it?
We were like, what would happen if you fucking barked one of those adrenaline pen things expired, and if you like weren't having allergic reaction, it was like please don't was the basic thing.
And so you didn't do it.
No, I didn't do it.
Good boy.
Because it was like if you're not in like anaphylactic shock, it can like be real bad for you. So we were like, and it's expired.
Imagine if you died, Brooke,
There
and
was,
it was like cause of death. Fucking round and finding out.
There was they had ketamine in the safe on the boats.
Did they? Did you do kit on the boats?
Nah, they had it in the safe.
Is kit illegal?
No, they use it in hospitals.
Okay, so
And they're doing clinical trials with it and stuff. It's like, it is a medical, like, there is medical use for it.
Right.
But it's not like, you can't just be like prescribed.
I can't go to my doctor and go, hey, can I have some kit?
Yeah. But they use it
Good
they use it in hospitals, but because on the boats for like when we did the Atlantic crossing, we're like in the middle of the ocean for 2 weeks. So you have to have a way higher level of like first aid kit
Yeah, right.
than just like a bit of shit. And this, someone in the comment section might be able to like tell us, but there's some reason why they use ket instead of morphine or something else in certain like trauma situations for pain relief.
Oh.
There's like a certain reason for it. It's like maybe it keeps something to do with like keeping your body like it goes more limp than normal morphine, or it goes like.
Siri.
Oh yeah.
Why do people use ketamine over morphine for pain relief?
Might be able to tell us. There was one of the nurse was telling me something for like the reason, but there's like but they had it in the safe, along with
Oh my God.
everyone's passports and I don't know, maybe a gun. I don't know.
These findings show that ketamine was not inferior to morphine for pain control and is an opioid reduction alternative for treatment for out-of-hospital acute traumatic pain.
Okay, so it's
You
like
can't
less. So maybe it's like less addictive.
Yeah, you can't get hooked on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of people that's hooked on ketamine.
Yeah, I think they're hooked on ketamine in the environment they take it. So it's like goes hard. It's like when you have a beer and you're like, I need a dart. It's
But
like,
these people, I follow this UK chick,
oh, the one that like they're like heavy, like they're
like
non-stop.
non-stop
Yeah.
ketamine users.
Yeah.
And
Real
like
bad
her
for your
nose is starting
kidneys.
to...
Real bad for your kidneys and your
Yeah, she
bladder.
pisses
Real bad for your
herself.
bladder.
She pisses herself.
Yeah.
She's 21 days sober though.
Oh.
Yeah, I
wow.
know. I'm like, God, keep that kid away from her.
Do not take her
To Kitty Cat in fucking
I was
Berlin.
going to say the
Kit Kat Club.
Pony Club. Fuck, should be sniffing around the
Don't
stables.
fucking try Put on Pony by Genuine.
Favorite artist? Horse Girl.
Fuck, her new tune sucks.
Does it? Oh.
Yeah, it sucks. It's boring as. Okay, anyways, where were we? Fuck, we have gone all over the gap.
We were talking about like
Our summer break.
We were talking about our summer and what we would do. You would be like, what you would do with money if you were getting the same as Kedema for a set fee.
Oh, yeah,
and
true.
why he didn't come.
What?
And
Sorry, I want to know what your answer is.
it's a funny one because it's if you're getting continuous bookings, that's like your minimum. You'd be like, let's go.
I know.
I think
I'd buy a lotto ticket every week.
yeah. You put $100 down a lot every week, but I suppose that's the thing. That's why Biggie always said, "More money, more problems." You get more money, you start spending more.
I got more money, I got more problems.
You got like more issues. You might, I've got more money. I buy 4 cars now. I've got 4 cars to look after and deal with. You know, it's like you get more problems with your more money.
Yeah, true.
But I definitely do up Big Red. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, what would you do? A little bottom end refit in your mum?
I've got I'm getting a quote at the moment for a full rebuild of the donor engine.
Really? Have I just said the right thing?
Yeah.
A bottom end refill.
Bottom end rebuild.
Oh,
Yeah.
refill.
Now doing a full rebuild of the donor engine put in, but what you'd do, you'd strip the whole car and like repaint it from the ground up kind of thing and make it immaculate.
Would you keep it
It'd
red?
be beautiful, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It'd be
Little cherry red.
beautiful.
Okay, Hidden Valley, that was fun.
Oh,
Brooke, you were in the
Yes.
return transfer.
There we
home.
go. We're all the way back,
Okay,
team.
we're back
We
there.
brought it back.
Brought it back?
I was in a return trip early because I had to get up at 4 a.m. for a flight the next day with Arzi and Interplanetary Criminal and his beautiful, lovely partner. And I was like, mate, try some of these. And I gave him like a little Whittaker's, or I think Arzi did. And he's like, these are what? These are beautiful. He's like, any more of those? And like Arzi's just
That's
feeding.
kiwi chocolate, by the way.
Yeah, amazing kiwi chocolate. Because the milk down here is so good.
Oh shit! Is that what it all comes back to?
Yeah, good quality produce all together, making like one product is really good.
But
That's why like even
we
our-
don't have cocoa down here. We get that imported from like
Yeah.
the cocoa land. So I'm sure the cocoa lands have really good
it'll
chocolate.
be certified as well.
What does
like
that mean?
as in like not slave labor and stuff.
Oh, okay, that's good
You know,
to know.
same
Ethically
like,
sourced.
Yeah, same with like some coffee beans, you know. But yeah, he was loving it.
Yeah, he's a
And
really
then-
nice guy. I
and then
really like
think
him.
Ozzy had a spare one in her bag, and I think she maybe gave it to him the next day at Hidden Lakes.
Oh, cute.
A little callback.
Wait, guys, I played Hidden Lakes the next day. I played after Interplanetary Criminal, and Brooke got the coolest video of our changeover moment. So, like, I'm DJing and playing my last tune, and he comes up to, like, kind of plug and play, and he's standing
It's
behind
so cool
me.
as well. He just chucks his pack of darts down. He goes,
He comes up behind me, and guess what he says? He says, Sin, I've been sitting out the back there. Oh, he goes, that was an amazing set, by the way. I said, oh my God, thank you so much. It's so nice to meet you. So nice to see you again. And then he goes, I've been sat out the back just listening, being like fucking tune after tune. I was like, oh, imagine, like, he's like the selector of all selectors right now.
Yeah.
And he told me that I had good tunes.
I'll
And I reckon he wasn't even trying to be nice.
Look at that. Look at that hug. And he's like, oh my God, and tune after tune. And you're like, oh, thank you so much. It means so much to me. And he's like, oh, it's all good. Oh, yeah, anyway, I'm going to plug in now, G. Fucking darts there. Hey.
That was so cool. Hidden Lakes was epic. That was a fun day.
Me and Ozzy,
I can't remember the after party.
I played it. I played for like 2 hours. Me and Becky, so the owners of
God,
Hidden
Brooke.
Lakes and stuff were like, afterwards, like while we were still pissing up at the main event, they're like, hey, do you and Becky want to go back to back and like play? And we're like, fuck yeah. And we're like, Beaks, you in as well? And he's like, yeah. He was more wasted than us. And so us three went back to back for like an hour and a half. And then it got to a point where we're like, who's coming on after us? We're like, I'm kind of like,
Having fun?
I was like, I'm having fun, but I was also like, I'm not going to play for 3 hours. I don't even know if I'm getting paid. And then so we sent like Ozzy upstairs to like talk to powers that be, and then down came like Lude and like someone else, and they jumped on. I was like, thanks, fuck. I mean, but yeah, it was fucking fun though.
Yeah, it was real fun. I can only remember a few fucking brief moments. I can remember being upstairs of Hyde and talking to
Dom Hawkey.
Yes, I remember talking to Dom Hawkey, and then I remember being downstairs behind the stage watching you DJ and me and Shani.
In the corner?
Yeah,
Yeah.
me and Shani being like there doing shots. At that time.
Mean. That's sick.
Untold. Sin was on naughty behaviour that night.
Yeah, that's fucking good. Yeah, it was quite good going to Christchurch and like having Hidden Lakes and the sun and everything, because both me and Ozzy, we've been down there like a handful of times, and every time it's like gloomy, dark, a bit overcast, and we both have this like a bit like undecided opinion on Christchurch as like oh, do we like it or do we not like it kind of thing. So it's nice having that, and then having the full whole day the next day and staying there another night where we could like walk around and go see some things, and like New Regent Street, that cool little bit, and we went to like a real nice little cool cocktail bar and all this stuff. So it was nice to like kind of see more of a different side to the city.
Not just
to
High
like just
Club.
flying in and flying out and High Club and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the weather being a bit nicer. So we're like, oh, okay, like it kind of like changed our perception a little bit on it.
And then we had a couple of days off, which was so unreal. Like game changing having days off. Because usually it'd be like, my previous years have been like this: Hidden Valley, Hidden Lakes, R&V, Northern Base just to watch G-Boy, and then like wherever we are for New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it's like 5 and 6 days.
It's
kind of
fucking
thing.
crazy. Like, it's so out the gate. So it was really nice to have 2 days off. And then we like all reconvened on the 31st at RNA down in Queenstown.
Yeah,
Such a cool
Wanaka.
little crew.
Yeah, that was it was one of those things. There's a lot to be said about not rolling too deep. Just a small little tight crew sometimes, you know?
because then you just don't have to worry about like admin.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, is everyone happy to go this place at 6:30 for dinner? And there's like 14 people be like, ooh. It's like a nice little core crew.
Yeah.
You can all fit in one transfer van.
Yep.
You all have backstage passes.
Yeah.
You're all in the green room. There's like everything just works. There's like a perfect number of like between like 5 to 7 people in a group.
I think the only thing that I would have changed about like the countdown part was like they needed to give access to the hill. Imagine us sitting up there on the hill with our bottle of champagne, doing the countdown, watching the fireworks from the hill.
They can still fence it, but just Like you
Just
could
a
just go
little bit of
straight
the
up
hill.
and fence the ridge line.
Yeah.
And just let people sit in the grass and like. Also, that's like a nice little like mellow chill out area. If everything's getting a bit much for you down here
Yeah.
during the festival, go sit out there and have a chat if you
Yeah,
want.
because it is like that's the like spot, eh?
Because I did, yeah. It was our first time at RNA. Amazing festival, but yeah, it was definitely like we're so used to Rhythm and Vines, which is like a different beast. It's like the size wise, like even just the site and things like that. But yeah, there's maybe I don't know if I didn't see it, but it didn't feel like there was much of like an area to like.
Yeah, I don't think we went to those places though, eh?
Yeah.
I think there was just not where we were.
I went to that third stage.
Oh, you did?
That little one. It was like kind of in the trees.
Where Azzy FM was
yeah,
playing?
Azzy was playing. We had the tent. I kind of looked at some of the food trucks and stuff, and there was the main stage. But yeah,
Real weird not being at Rhythm and Vines this year. First time in 11 years not being there for me.
I think I've been like 15 times, and within that 15, I missed like maybe 1 to 2 years in that. So like over like 17 years, I've missed 2 or something.
Yeah, crazy, eh?
And I didn't even start playing till like 5 years ago, maybe.
Same, yeah.
Yeah, just punter on punter.
Yeah.
A few of those prior though were like high level punter before I started to play. You know,
Yes,
like
yeah.
just with the people I was living with and things like that, I was
Yeah.
able to kind of get.
Brooke's
get
a
my
very
foot in there.
connected person. You will soon find out if he hasn't already shown you that he always knows a guy.
Yeah, that's it. Always know a guy. But no, it was good. And then
Yeah, it was a mean time. And then we went up north and had like such a mean time, like actual holiday spec moments. I went sand duning.
sand, yeah, it's fucking sand, boogie boarding down the sand dunes with your body glove on.
Yeah, it was great.
Sand, catching flies, catching sand is what they say.
Yeah, got freaky in our penthouse villa overlooking the beach.
Was it actually penthouse?
Pure daylight.
Was it like 2-story? Or was it just like...
It was what was it? It was just like it was a 2-story
Yeah.
villa, standalone villa, but like had a few that looked exactly like them next to it.
Yeah.
But it was just like we were on the beach, like it was fucking
Mean.
crazy.
That's the beauty of up north. You kind of... It's a funny one because where we're situated in Auckland, the default for a lot of people is Coromandel.
Yes, go
Go
down.
down and then back up. And it's all amazing beaches and campsites. And it's like, I think what it is like everyone knows, yeah, I can go to Coromandel and I know what I'm getting.
Yeah.
We're like up north, it feels definitely even for me, like very much a bit of the unknown.
100% how we felt. And we were like, this is so mad.
I'm like, I know it's beautiful up there, but I haven't really explored much of it myself. I've been to like Russell and Pai here.
I will say also like Coromandel is kind of like being built up a little bit more for that tourist kind of lifestyle where there's like cafes and whatnot. There's not a lot of like, there's not like cafes and like it's very much like the local dairy.
And you probably see a lot up there like cars without license plates.
Yeah,
and
like it's very like this is our
territory.
home. Yeah. Which I love.
Yeah.
I quite like that. It's not like built for people to come. It's like you're now in our home.
Yeah. Meant.
We went to a dairy up there, right? And we got so much shit. Like so much. We got like 4 drinks each, 2 bags of chips, all these lollies and shit, and it was like $40.
Really?
We could not believe how cheap it was.
That's crazy because you think it'd be more expensive because of like them having to
It was
get
a
it all up to
Foursquare
them.
too.
Usually those fuckers charge through the booty hole.
That's what I thought. So I'm like, what? I don't
And surely
get
because
it.
you think like they'd have to truck it up there, it'd be like
Yeah, I
all
don't
this
know
extra
why
cost.
it was so cheap.
Maybe they just get like just hardly any tourists, so they have to cater to the locals and like not price gouge them.
Oh yeah, true. Because they'd be
Maybe.
like, don't shit on your own lawn.
Yeah, and otherwise I'm fucking ram raiding you with my non-license plate fucking car.
True. Do you know what we didn't do over the summer so far? Have a blowout. Oh, you and Ozzy had a blowout on Christmas night. Didn't you?
Oh, kinda. We just stayed up till like 2 or 3 in the lounge, like having wines, chatting shit, watching. Ozzy gets to a point where she like starts putting on Celine Dion live, Adele live, Beyonce and Jay-Z doing a duet where she's got that big black and white American flag dress.
Yeah.
Like those start coming out on YouTube, and I know, righto, we're in here for the long haul.
Which you love because you're like, oh, I love it when I get to this point with her.
But now we haven't had
Oh, Fisher was a bit of a blowout.
Fisher was like a semi-blowout. By the time me and Becky got back to ours from yours, we were it was like we were this close. It was like we were messaging some people, and it's like luckily we called it before we got any replies, because it could have been and we're back out.
Who were you messaging? Who was still up?
Doff and someone else, but we're like, I think we got a message like midday the next day. They had also like fucking called it a day, but it was like maybe 5:36, bit of sunlight coming through, and me and Becky on the couch be like, yeah, let's go to bed, eh?
Yeah, good work.
So he's fucked off to bed.
Yeah, I haven't had a blowout. I've been really like well behaved, going to bed at like 2 a.m.
I think Laneway's going to be your blowout.
Laneway's going to be my blowout for sure.
Also, though, something like Laneway starts early.
Yeah,
the blowout can be till 2 a.m. because
true.
Still like a 12-hour.
I am anxious though because G's not going to be there, and he's not in. He's not going to like be at home when I go home to him either. Yeah. Like I'm going home to just be by myself, so I have to be like.
Is there any like and none of your like tight friend group where you could be like, come stay with me tonight?
Yeah, I could ask Court. She wants to bring.
Yeah.
But she's got lucky.
Yeah.
They've all got babies now. It's kind of a bit harder to do that.
Because you'd be like, yeah, just come stay tonight. Yeah, you need some somewhat unhinged single friend.
Yeah, I know. They're all fucking wifed up now.
Yeah.
They're all literally wifed up and babied up, but they party way harder than I do.
Mate, it's just got that mama mana.
Yeah, true.
Laneway will be a biggie, but then also I've got to
pack.
I'll probably pack. I'll start packing on the morning of Laneway probably. I'll have stuff in the garage ready just to put in the car.
Why don't you just pack?
Friday.
Why don't you just pack before you go, and then you don't have to worry about it?
What do you mean?
Just pack before Laneway.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, I know, but like actually just pack. Like pack it, and then like when you wake up on Laneway, you're like, oh, we can just literally get in the car and go.
On Friday?
Yeah.
Well, shit, Ozzy's got work anyway, so we're not leaving till like 5.
Oh, because Laneway's on Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah. So Ozzy's got to go to work next day, and then I'll just go home and pack shit up.
Right, but you have things
I'll
all
get
prepared.
it ready in the garage, ready to just go in, and then we're going camping.
That's exciting.
Haven't been to Hawaii this summer, so.
That's really fun. That's your guys' special spot?
And they've reopened the walking track to Cathedral Cove.
Oh, great. You need to do that.
Yeah. Because it was like, it became unsafe, and then I think they realised it would cost so much money to make it like up to the same standard, so they've just putting signs being like, walk here at your own risk.
You're very much like, we're not responsible for anything that
but
happens.
The walk there was the most like fucking paved footpath walk. It's not a hard walk. It's like you're going through the park.
Yeah, true.
And so I think their version of like unsafe will be like maybe like there's a few cracks in the pavement now and stuff. So it'll be fine. But we have maybe thinking like paddleboard round.
Yeah, fun.
Get some goggles. So Arzy's hanging off the front of the paddleboard, just facing the water. Just not having to do any work. Just
Dungy 1 and Dungy 2.
Because it's a marine reserve all around there, so you get real massive fish.
Yeah.
And because they know it's safe in there, there's just fucking hundreds and thousands.
So don't take your fishing rod, right, Brooke? You get bloody...
I have been stung twice fishing in a marine reserve.
Fuck, that's so you. With his big fishing rod. That
I'm a big fish guy.
Yeah, you're a big
I'm
fish guy.
I'm a big fish guy. Bass on.
Speaking of walks, we're thinking of Tongariro this year, eh, Brooke?
Yeah, when's that? November?
Yeah, we can either do in November or we can do in April. Because obviously it's like weather can fucking turn.
Could you do like late October?
Yeah, we could do late October.
Early November. Yeah, when it's like spring. Spring would be quite a beautiful time because you might have some of the snow left.
Yes.
At the top. Something like that.
No, you want the green, the blue pools. You want it to be dry. Otherwise, then we've got to think about like different footwear for the snow.
Now you wouldn't be in the snow, but like like snow caps.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Yeah, we're thinking of doing Tongariro. It's an 8, maybe a 6.5 hour hike. It's a day hike, basically.
I haven't really looked into it at all.
I've done it before. I did it for Year 13 camp.
Oh, yeah.
And complained the whole way, obviously.
Yeah.
But because I'm doing this by choice this time, I feel like I'm like going to go and do the Stairmaster and like train for it and like feel really good about it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'll appreciate it more. Like as an adult, you know, when you do something when you're younger, you're just like, boring.
Yeah, you're like, oh, cool, this view.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See ya.
Yeah, I feel like I'll actually like really enjoy it this time around. So I'm looking forward to that. I think we should like really lock that in and make it a thing that we all work towards.
So
get a mean pad with a spa.
So
for recovery.
You get like ACOM here, then you get dropped off here, and you go back like that.
No, it's not a loop.
But if your ACOM's here and then you go there, how do you get back to your ACOM?
Oh, I think.
Or do you like? That's what I mean. Like, do you rent at the finish line and then you get dropped off in the car in the morning at the start, and so you're walking back to the finish line?
I think there is a bus that takes you back to the start where your car is.
Oh, true.
I think. I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, well, so you get like a nice place in Oakuni or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is like Road Emo Spiral. There's like quite a bit of a situation down there as well. I was laughing. I was like, fuck off. We're not going anywhere near this place.
I'm catching the train down.
Brooke's going to be fucking painful with his chat the whole weekend if we're staying there.
I'm walking through it. I'm going to get on the train tracks, on the main trunk line, and go through it. Road Emo Spiral.
You had something to talk about.
Oh, I've got my big TV break tomorrow.
This is very exciting, Brooke.
I've got my big medium-sized screen break tomorrow.
So Brooke,
not on the big screen.
Brooke is going to be on the big screen, everyone.
Yeah.
What is it even for? You just told me you're going to be on TV. I'm like, fuck off. You better not embarrass us. We need to sit and...
Like a reaction.
We need to do a reaction video to your big
good.
TV moment.
I don't know when it comes out, but...
when it comes out, we definitely need to do a reaction. Sit and reaction. That's funny.
Little split screen so that people can see what's happening as well.
Yeah, that's funny.
To be honest, I mean, I'll probably be in the documentary for like 2.5 minutes or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but it will be like, it'll be so sick.
In my mind, I'm like going over scenarios of like what's something like kind of weird quirky weird I could do, like
to be remembered. Like, to be rememberable.
Oh yeah,
what's that word? Rememberable.
To be memorable.
Memorable.
Yeah. Rememberable. You've got a special something you brought to the table that you were going to slowly get through this year.
Yeah, that's right. So, to close out episode 1, season 2 of the Rumpus Room today, I thought that this could be quite interesting to open up and read together. Basically, I was going through all of my old school books and my big box that was at my parents' house before they moved.
Memorabilia.
Yeah, like all my school books, reports, just everything that I've like wanted to save and keep my whole life has been chucked into my garage, and I basically needed to go through it. So I was going through it and like deleting the things I didn't need. And I came across this book.
Quickly, did you get rid of much?
Heaps.
Oh, because I always thought you would have been like,
I had five. I had 5 big boxes, Brooke.
Yeah.
5 big boxes. 5 big boxes.
Yeah.
And I got it down to, and it's not even fill, a little plastic clippy.
Oh, nice.
Bucket.
Just the quality over quantity now.
100%. Like I pulled things out of school books that I thought was funny, like notes and stuff. But I got rid of like all my school books and whatnot, and like certificates that I didn't really need.
Yeah,
anyways,
like the hobby horsing one.
Yeah, the hobby horsing one, and also the
kept the guinea pig alive the longest one.
Yep, and eating Play-Doh the best one.
Yeah.
But what I did discover was my diary that I kept as a 12-year-old on my trip to Europe.
Must be nice.
Must be very nice.
Where did I go for a trip when I was 12? Fuck, down to the
local
Waikato
pools.
River. Fucking do a few bombs off the whoop. Nah, okay, so you went to Europe as a 12-year-old?
Yeah, I went to Europe as a 12-year-old for 3 months.
Oh, fuck me. That's the kicker. I was going to let it slide to go to Europe. 3 months. Did you have an au pair with you? Did you have a fucking live-in nanny on the trip?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Mum and Dad just took us to their weird things with them.
So this is
3 months we went to Europe. We did like a bit of a tour around the places. It was during the World Cup, so we did a few All Blacks games, which was quite cool.
in the box.
Weirdly not in a corporate box that time round. We were just with the normies. We were just with the
plebs.
We were with the normals.
with the civilians.
But I've obviously decided to keep a diary, which is very interesting.
Can I see the handwriting first? Like the quality of the handwriting? That's pretty good. Like the funny thing with these kind of things, did you start off real strong and by the end was it sloppy as fucking absolute sloppy Joe?
Yep.
Man.
The front page says Sinead's Europe Diary 2007.
Don't touch if
and
you're a
down
boy.
the bottom it says, and it's got like little speech marks, quotation marks. Thank you, Mum and Dad, for a trip of a lifetime. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Did they make you write that?
No, I would have wrote that. I was like really like, you know what I'm like now?
Yeah.
Imagine what I was like when I was younger. Like just really like really wordy and like
I've seen some old
sentimental
Facebook statuses.
Yeah, you know the ones.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe we could read a couple of passages. Like maybe, I don't know, we'll see how we go. There's a bit on. There's a bit there.
I reckon people might enjoy keeping it in like chronological order. So every episode we get like a
new day.
Page or two, a few pages a day, things like that. And they can follow the journey throughout the year of you in Europe.
I haven't read this, but judging on the type of person I was back in the day, I just know it's going to be like a really tough listen.
For you.
So here we go.
Nestle in, guys.
The first page of Sinead's Europe Diary 2007, 4th of the 8th, 07. Saturday, ... Woke up this morning and I was so excited for Italiano.
I thought it was going to be like about to go to the airport or something.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
Italiano! Fucking Portofino.
You can just imagine it. The beaches, the hot boys, the sun. I truly cannot wait. We hopped into the van that was taking us to the airport. Bye, London. You were amazing, I whispered.
You sound like one of those chicks that reheat their Europe photos during our winter, and they're like,
Yes.
or during their trip, they're like, "You've got my heart, Rome, but here I come, Paris."
It's literally the whole diary is like this, I reckon.
Fuck, mint.
The London Heathrow Airport is massive. It was very busy, but so easy to get through, weirdly. So soon enough, we were out the other side. Oh, Brooke, it's not good. We caught a Mercedes van.
Just not name dropping the vehicle brand. got the Sprinter. You had Sprinters before fucking old mate was putting 9 gallium in them. You were one of the 9 gals in the original Sprinter. That song's about you.
We caught a Mercedes van out of Italy airport to our villa in Positano. The flight was about 4 hours or so. It was pleasant. After an hour, we arrived at our villa in the Amalfi Coast. The views on the way were essential.
We have spoken about this. You recalled something, you described something as essential.
I thought that was a describing word for beautiful.
It kind of works though. Like,
the views on the way were like, you had to see them.
yeah.
I would think I was meaning like, I thought essential back in the day was like a nice descriptive word for something like they were beautiful.
Like
they were amazing.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like you, yeah.
So the views on the way were essential. You could almost taste the blue salty sea. I don't know what's
Like that's a draw card. Yeah. Drinking the salt water. Fuck.
You're massively
get me down to Positano. Naples, I'm coming.
Dehydrated as fuck. The sun shone down on the houses all up the coast. Everyone had a greeting smile on their face, as if heaven was a place on earth. I wouldn't want to spend this trip with anyone else but my family. Smiley face. On the way in the van, the driver gave us recommended restaurants like the Red Fish, which you catch a boat to. My grammar is terrible. Which you catch a boat to a little island and have a lovely dinner.
Mm.
He also gave us places to shop too. The van driver had to drop us
Tommy Bahama?
Yeah, probably. The van driver had to drop us 5 minutes away from our actual villa because the roads were way too narrow. So we collected our hand luggage and walked down admiring the shops. By the time we arrived into our beautiful villa, it was huge, by the way, probably the most beautiful villa I've ever seen in my entire life.
How many villas had you seen by this point in your life?
Fucking hell.
Also, I love how you specified you only took your hand luggage, and the old peasant boy had to climb the 10,000 Positano stairs.
Suitcases. Fucking Westerners.
Sweaty ass Italian geezer.
Oh, God.
Love it.
We decided to put our name down for a booking at a restaurant. The restaurant was owned by the villa. The cab arrived at 7 p.m. It took us 15 minutes to get there because it's on a one-way street. So we had to go right around when it was like 5 minutes up the road, lol. Not very environmentally
So it'd be like a
friendly of me.
7-minute walk?
Yeah, what the fuck? I had a pasta. It was lovely. A lot of tomato puree though, lol. What, me critiquing the fucking
Italians at pasta? And how do you know it was tomato puree?
Oh my God. Holly had a veal.
Like veal, like the meat, like baby calf. It's tender baby calf.
Dad had linguine scampi. Mum had a lobster that came with a cute lobster bib. I took a photo of her.
Oh, do we have that?
I do know where that is.
Nice.
Where we sat was like a deck area coming off the road and perfectly sitting in front of the blue sparkly sea. I really was obsessed with that sparkly sea. We went home at about 10 p.m. We were very exhausted from our early morning start. We all hopped into our beds after a lovely day. I can't wait to check out the beach tomorrow. Hot boys, here I come.
How old were you at this point?
07. So like I'm sure I was 12.
Like 16, 14,
no, I think
15?
I'm 12. 07. I was born in 94.
I think I was like 18. I was 18 around 2008.
How old
19,
was I in 2007?
2009 I was like 18. Pretty sure.
Okay, I'm just going to quickly check because I'm pretty sure I was 12 because I knew my sister's 5 years older than me and I knew she was like 17 going on 18. So.
Were you 94?
Yeah.
95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2003, 2004, 2005.
You missed 2002.
2002. 12, 13. I got confused. I saw my ring. Caught my ring in the corner of my eye.
Fuck, that was so funny, Brooke. That was so mint. Wait, my birthday's the 7th of December. I'm just going to do a little calculator to see if I
There's
know.
probably a Google calculator you can do, eh?
Yeah, I'm doing it here, 1994. And then I want to know how old I was in 2007, right? Yeah.
While we've got this intermission, you're doing that. This guy handed me a mini Jesus at Wellington Summer Tour. And then I was like, oh, that's crazy. And then he gave me this sticker that you put on the corner of your mirror saying, I saw that.
Fuck, that's sick.
And then he gave me this tiny little turtle.
Oh my God.
It's all very buzzy activities. That's what you find in my backpack nowadays.
Untold.
Anyway, how old were you?
12. Ooh. So that was
chasing tail at 12.
That was my European adventure day one.
That was brilliant.
Yep.
So every episode will just carry on this journey. I think it's going to be great. Welcome to 2025 and like and subscribe.
Let's have a great year ahead.
You can do it. What is it?
You're on your own here.
You can do it. Cut his freaking head off. It's in a what's it? Adam Sandler movie.